Hey guys, it's Enter the Stars, and thank you to Lori G for finding this article about a recent discovery within days of a pyramid off the coast of the Azores. Now, you are not going to find this news article in your news feed. It is being suppressed in the American news media, and there is a very good reason for that. Now, before you become skeptical, because we've seen these reports before, this discovery was made by an amateur sailor. Now, to set the stage for this, you have to understand that there are thousands and thousands of pictures of this area by NOAA and other underwater sonar mapping agencies, because this is very near the mid-Atlantic ridge. And they study this because it is where a lot of volcanic activity occurs. A lot of these vents, these underwater highly heated vents, are in this area. So this has been mapped. You can bet they already found this, but we do not know about it. And an amateur sailor actually brought this to our attention. Now I want you to look at this. This is unbelievable. This is not some obscure object under the water. This is actually a very detailed, look at this, it even has a capstone. We're going to look at some of the pictures here. Here's a good close-up picture of it here. It is very well defined. It is perfectly symmetrical. Now we're going to go through this article and we're going to do our own research, because as we know, it is rare that we're told the truth about anything, and we have to seek and find for ourselves and create our own picture of what is really happening. And we're going to do that right now. Now we're going to go back to this article and we're going to get a location of where this is exactly. Now, apparently this individual actually reported this to the local Portuguese authorities. He's given the exact coordinates, and this article actually documents pictures of exactly what he saw with his sonar. It says here it's a 60-meter tall structure was found underwater between the islands of São Miguel and Terceira. Its base measures 8,000 square meters, bigger than a football field. So that's about 90 by 90 meters. Now, its tip is submerged around 40 feet. So what I did is I did a lot of research to try to find any maps between these two islands, and this is what I found. These are the two islands between where it is at, and if it is submerged by 40 meters, then it must be very near this point. And it makes sense. You kind of have to put yourself in the shoes of a world several hundred meters lower of sea level. Here we have a basin. This is 3,000 meters deep. It goes to 2,000 and to 1,000. If this thing is only 40 meters beneath the surface, it's got to be near one of these points. And you can kind of extrapolate out where the people possibly lived. They probably lived along this. This was probably exposed at one time. So these would have been low-lying islands not too far out of the ocean. Of course, this would have been a mountain back then. But here is the current land masses here, where you see in green. This is what is exposed above the water. But this is simply amazing. So I could not find the exact coordinates of this pyramid, but my guess is this is probably it right here, if it's only 40 meters beneath the surface. Because as you can see, here's a seamount. This is actually submerged very near the surface, and that would have to be this as well. Now, on Google Earth, this is where that point protrudes from the water, or close to the surface of the water. Also, we can see the seamount just to give you your orientation, we'll back out a little bit. These are the two islands that it is said to be between. This is the seamount that was mentioned in the 3D image, and then here is the point. Now this is what I want you to notice here. This is pretty amazing. We're going to adjust this here, and I want you to notice the orientation of these two other mounds next to the pyramid that was discovered. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to go to Giza. And as you can see here, we have almost the exact reverse of the orientation that we saw there. So we have the three pyramids in the opposite direction. I don't believe that's an accident. I believe that they will find two other pyramids at the Azores near the one that was discovered. So I'll do more research on this, you guys, but wow, this is amazing. What an amazing discovery. Now, this location falls about 175 miles from one of the lines of death. So it is close, but in my opinion not quite close enough. And of course we probably have not discovered all of the lines of death yet, so we will have to find where this pyramid falls within the Earth grid. Anyway, you guys, that's about all I have. Take care and be safe.